What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Nice Guys podcast. Gang is all here today. Got a very special episode to bring you guys here. Very excited for us. It's a wonderful day for all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day from the Nice Guys team. Shout out to the moms. We love you, moms.
Shout out moms.
And we're hoping you guys are having a great day. Had a great day with your family. Got a chance to relax. And this guy's a comedian. I tell you what. Anyway, before we get into the special guest that's sitting beside me for this episode and formally introduce her and ask her some questions today, I want to check in with these two fine gentlemen above me. Boys, how we feeling? You guys are clowns. You
My
guys are
God.
clowns.
All right, Duper, go ahead. How you feeling, buddy?
Hold on, bro. Feeling great, dude. Feeling great. How you feeling, D-Money?
Good. I'm good, buddy.
You guys are clowns.
Oh my God, I was not expecting to see that when I look back. All right, I'll let you know how I'm feeling, Tybo.
All right, how you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. Had a pretty eventful weekend.
Uh-huh.
Alexis made sure to go over what we did this weekend, so I didn't forget before I came down here. So that's wonderful of her.
All right, let's hear it.
But her birthday was last Thursday. Friday. the
Happy
11th.
birthday, Lex.
Whatever. Yeah,
Happy,
whatever day
happy
the 11th
belated
was.
here.
Thursday. Her birthday was Thursday.
What is he
And,
doing, bro? What are you
he's still
doing,
laughing.
dude? Come
I'm not doing
on.
nothing, bro.
Oh my God.
I'm literally chilling.
All right,
Like,
chilling.
But
I'm being called
we
out
went
for
to
nothing
eat
right now.
for her birthday. She had a baby appointment. Then we went to Robinson, and you guys ever heard of Peak View?
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
It's like a sonogram place you can go in and like your babies and stuff like that. But
Different place than I was thinking, but yeah.
yeah. Peak View, Duper.
Oh,
Peek
I
at-
thought you
we're
said.
peeking
I
of
thought
you.
you said. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
peeking
you
of
said
you.
something else. My bad.
Yeah, but they're able to see like a 3D sonogram, so that was pretty cool to see. Kind of like get a 6-month image of baby girl, So that was pretty cool. But
Love that.
after we did that, we went to Central Grill in Robinson.
Heard that's
Oh,
good.
you
That's
guys-
that's where Denny's used to be, isn't it?
I don't even know where.
It's
Denny's
like a
used to
little
be.
diner, right?
It's right
Central
next to
Grill's a
that
diner.
hotel.
Yeah.
It's right across from Sheets and right next to that Red Roof Inn or whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was good. It was good as hell. They gave you a shit ton of food. But yeah, then we came home, and then Saturday we put all of Isla's furniture together for her nursery,
Oh, did you put it together?
which was a blast.
A blast.
Yeah,
I'm sure you love that.
I did. I loved it so much. It actually wasn't that bad, honestly. There was a lot of things that. So like when we moved into our house we had before, we put our bedroom set together. We had to put the rails for like all the drawers on it. Like I had to screw
Oh
them all
my
in.
god, yeah, I hate
Okay.
that. I had to do something like that too.
Yeah, so this one it came already like that. So like all the drawers for her chest and her dresser were already on there. All we had to do was put the drawers together and then
Mhm.
put them in and screw the nails into like the I don't even with the retractable like actual drawer
Mhm.
part, I guess.
Right.
But no, we did. We had 4 things to put together. We did 3 of them Saturday, and then we woke up Sunday. We ate, and then put the last thing together. And then I proceeded to go play 2 games of softball, which we played a bunch of 19, 20-year-olds. So we got smoked the second game, but first game we lost in the bottom of the inning. The last inning we played.
So 0-2 today, huh?
0-2 today.
Hate that for you. Hate that
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, Chance hit a home run today, and he thought he was a brand new man after he did it.
Love that
He
for
walked
him.
out with a little bit of pimp to his step.
Did he? He's like, let
Yeah.
me do it again.
Yeah, let me do it again. He's like, I ain't running the bases the rest of the day.
Oh shoot, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No. Yeah, there's just some errors that were happening that didn't go our way, but
Yeah.
whatever. It's literally we've only played 4 games, so 2 Sundays it's been.
1 and
Or
3.
1 and 3.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what though?
Yeah.
Got to take a couple steps back before you can move forward.
Exactly. We'll be alright. We got to
That's
figure
right.
it out still. But
That's right. That's right.
then I went out to my Aunt Raina's, hung out with some of the fam on my dad's side,
Mm-hmm.
came home, and here we are.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Here we are. Duper.
Yeah.
Fill us in, bro. You probably have had one of the most eventful weeks out of all of us. 'Cause you
Oh,
just had,
really?
yeah, no, you moved back.
I moved back. Other than that, I mean, I was sitting here, had a couple beer. I mean, one,
Waters.
two, beer, three beers maybe.
Uh-huh.
Just got back from a bender with the boys this weekend.
That's
a couple beers maybe, six
Bears.
beers, 8 beers, 9
What?
beers. Who
What?
knows?
What?
Other than that, dude, I'm ready to get into this motherfucking podcast.
Get into it, huh?
And warning, fart zone.
Duper, what's on your hoodie, dude? What is that?
It's a band. It's a band.
What is
You got
it?
it. Is
Who
there
is it?
back? Is there a back to the hoodie?
It's Sleep Token. And then those are like their song covers arts, but
That's sweet.
yeah, it's a
What
tight
is
ass
it?
hoodie, boy.
Rock group or what?
Yeah, it's metal,
Nice.
pop kinda. They got little poppy songs. I don't really
You don't really mess
listen
with
to it.
those
I
too
listen
much.
to I like the screamo emo shit. So
Love that.
Love them, man.
Sometimes them songs do go hard. Like I give it to you.
Yeah.
straight up.
Any meal prep this past week? Anything like that?
Yeah, I did it twice. I had ground turkey the first time, and then I had chicken
Ground turkey and
with
chicken
rice.
with rice.
Obviously, got
Broccoli.
no vegetables last week.
No vegetables last week.
Was not feeling
cut the
feeling
greens out.
vegetables.
Just hitting the complex
cut 'em
carbs
out.
and the protein.
Yeah,
We
who
love
needs a
it.
green?
Who needs a green? I got you. Well, real quick, what I'm gonna do is formally introduce the guest we got sitting beside me here. She's willing to come on and chop it up with us today, and have a great time with us. And this is my one and only, my baby mama's, my wife, my one true love,
Beam.
Erin Bowers. How are you feeling,
Damn
Erin?
right.
I was feeling better before you called me your baby mama.
That's a new sign of endearment in the in our
Alexa
age.
said something to me
Yikes.
about that on that post I made for her birthday. I called her my baby mama, and she said she laughed about it.
She laughed about it. It's all love. It's all love around
Okay.
these parts. So, Aaron, what we're going to do is just have some questions for you. First and foremost, I just want to ask you, today being Mother's Day, what does Mother's Day mean to you? Kind of in your second year as being a mom. Jameson was first born this time last year, so he wasn't too old. So you got to be a mom. My mom's Mother's Day last year, but how does it feel different this time from last year?
It's a little difficult. He's kind of in this stage where he's really loud and he's just a crazy little kid.
Mhm.
But he's starting to get to the point where he's turning into a big mama's boy, and I appreciate that.
She's loving that. You don't want that.
I am. No, I absolutely love it. It was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done, but definitely would do it again. It's the best thing I've ever done.
Not anytime soon.
No, not right now. We'll wait a little bit.
Well, we'll enjoy.
I'm
We'll
good.
enjoy this summer at least, right? Wait, before you put another notch on my my dad belt. So we'll see what we got. But Aaron, for the people that don't know, I think us three do know. But for the people that are listening and end up viewing this podcast in this episode and don't know, what do you do for work?
I am a traveling audiologist. I cover the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, and I'm expanding to a bigger part of Maryland. So, for those of you who don't know what an audiologist is, I'm an ear doctor. And I travel to nursing homes. And at first I didn't think it was going to be a job that I liked, because I like working with kids. But now that I've done it for a little over a year, it's an amazing job. I love it. I love my company.
Yeah,
It's really
they treat
great.
you well.
They
treat
do.
you well.
We love that.
Absolutely. So, so yeah, you kind of talked about it a little bit, and I just want to kind of get your thoughts on it. Because I know when you did, for the people that don't know, you had to go to school. You went, obviously you had to go to school. You went to grad school for 4 years, 3 years. You went and did the classroom setting stuff. You did some, what's it called, clinics. You did clinic work at the
externship.
school, and Then for the last year, you did your what is it called?
Externship.
You did your externship where you worked at a doctor's office in Fort Wayne when we lived out there. So, how do you feel now working with just older people, like compared to your pediatric stuff that you wanted to do?
It's
Them old people, they're old. What the hell you want me to say? They're old. Sorry.
they are old. I have a couple of patients who are over 100.
Wow.
Dude,
Yeah.
You guys want to
Over
live that old
100.
or what?
I do.
Why are they
No.
even... No, never mind.
I do. I want to live as long as I
Don't
possibly
don't
can.
go there.
Dude, Bert,
I ain't even gonna say nothing.
take the hybrid.
It's a whole different set of rules with kids. It's a whole different test battery than it is with adults. But working with some of the adults that I work with that have dementia and things like that, a lot of it can be kind of similar in the way you have to talk with them and interact with them. But I love my old people. They all ask about my life and how everything's going, and I get to meet a lot of different people who have experienced a lot of crazy things in their life, so that's pretty neat to listen to all their stories.
Gotcha. You guys got any questions for her?
I guess like with the dementia people, like
Yes.
has anybody ever like just start freaking the fuck out, like screaming and shit? Like,
I've been hit a couple times. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah, I have been hit a few times.
Did you hit back?
Yelled at. I do not hit back. No. Oy.
I'm just curious because like if you know somebody's like coming at you, I mean I'm assuming you're gonna have to.
Most
put
of them are in
sleep.
wheelchairs.
Oh,
so-
so just like kind of
You just
like
step back.
Step
get behind them and
Yeah.
pull it over.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good to know.
Yeah, just
Fucking
step away
nuts.
from them.
Yeah, unbelievable. Oh,
I love
shit.
it. I love it. Hey, that was a very nice question. Hey,
Thanks.
It happens, right?
It does happen.
It's a real situation. I was
That's
just
right.
wondering how she would handle it.
I like it.
So
I've noticed that older people always give a shit more about people's lives. You know, I mean, sometimes you get them older people that are just, you know, why am I still alive? Like, you know what I mean? I hate to be
Oh, yeah.
so evil, but some people are like that. They get to an age where they just quote unquote won't die. You know what I mean? So you got a lot of people that want that way, and there's some people that actually give a shit about, you know, the younger generation.
Yeah.
What the hell
I
is
had
funny,
a.
Tyler?
Nothing,
that's
just
what I
the
was
way,
looking at,
the
bro.
way you said it, dude. That's just, hey, hey, it is what it is, huh? They just won't die.
Well, I said quote unquote because that's what they say.
Really?
When they've been alive for so long and they don't want to, you know, some of them just get tired of it and they want to go, you know what I mean? But
Right.
they just won't. It's just
They got
God
that
won't
dog
let
in them. They got that
Yeah,
dog in
they
them
got
still.
that dog in them deep down in them fucking lungs.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right
got
on.
you.
My.
But go ahead, Aaron. What were you going to say before I saw your dumbass husband laughing at me?
I had a patient last week, actually, who I forget how old he was, but he basically was like, if I live to 80, just take me outside. And I was
See what
like,
I mean?
oh, okay.
Yeah, but 80 though don't seem like.
See, so yeah, I knew I
But
wasn't
people
crazy.
age differently.
No, I know.
Like, some 80-year-olds seem like my 100-year-olds. It just depends on the person. How well they take care of themselves and everything like that. A lot of my people who are, like, closer to 100, they're still, like, walking, doing their physical therapy and things like that.
That's wicked.
And
It's crazy.
the other ones are just the ones who want to sit in bed and not do anything. And, yeah.
That's like my Mimi's mom. We called her Ma'am, but she lived, I think, 92 to 95, and she just she loved it. I think, from what I understood, I mean, she called me every year on my birthday. You know, the last time I got to see her was 20 15, I think. The first cruise we went on, we flew into Fort Lauderdale, and she was in a home in Jupiter, Florida. So we drove there, stopped, and went and saw her. And I mean, that was the last time I got to see her. But she was up there in age. But you know, another question, Aaron. You said having a child is your favorite thing in the world. How many do you want?
We used to. Okay, I used to want 5.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Not anymore. Being pregnant with Jameson was rough, so that's why we're taking a long break.
How many years do you want in between the two of them? Well, your next one.
At least 3.
Yeah, probably 3.
Yeah.
So like me and Gunnar, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But yeah, probably want more like 3 now. But we'll see. Tyler says no. He wants 2.
I think 3 would
I
be
only want 2. I only want 2 as well. So
2's a good number. Hey, we got Duper and AW. 2 is a magic number for them too. So
It is a magic
me
number.
and Taylor, magic number. I mean, my brother. But I didn't.
Yeah, see, me and my brother were 2, but we're 10 years apart, so we're not super close, which is why I always wanted more siblings.
Yeah.
that's exactly why I'm glad. Me and Gunnar were closer in age.
Right.
Because for that instance, if I had it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of like if me and Jagger weren't so close.
Right.
Because he's 17, I'm 11 years older than he is,
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully we are, but I wouldn't want that. I like the age difference, the gap between me and Gunnar.
Right.
I mean, even the younger brothers, because we are so close. I mean, it isn't that big of a deal. Same with my sisters, But yeah, I think that's about the age I want. I would even want mine 2 years apart. But as long as it's just within 3-4 years, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
I want to be able to go through high school together. It's my biggest thing. I think.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I just don't want to be an old mom.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to wait
too.
10 years to have a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. I want to. Go ahead. Demon.
But that was my biggest thing. I wanted to have a kid before I was 30 because I want to grow up. Like I want to be with them while they go. Like if she wants to play sports, I want to go to all of her sporting events. I want to be able to help her. Like Robert De Niro, dude. You see, he just had another kid at 79.
The 7th kid?
Oh.
79 years old.
How many?
He's 79.
You say dog, Duper, or do you say a number?
Yeah, I said he's a dog.
Oh yeah, I think his 7th kid, dude.
But that's wild, dude. Like
No.
that's
79.
crazy.
That he,
He's 79
but like,
years old.
but like you said, like, dude's 79. He ain't going like 10 more years. He might be gone.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that like kid's never gonna get to know him like that.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Theo Vaughn is something like that. Like I'm pretty sure, isn't his parents like crazy?
His
fucking
dad,
old?
his dad was like old as hell, and his mom was a little bit young. Like his mom's still alive. His dad's dead, but his dad was like an old head. When
Was
Really?
he
was
like
born.
100, 102?
He was like a thief. He was an old head, dude. I don't
That's
know
crazy.
exactly how old, but yeah.
That's
crazy.
crazy. It's like you get so old, like you can't even like, you won't be able to like maneuver essentially and get
Really
around
do
the
anything.
wood.
Right.
That's my biggest thing. Is I want 2. I think Alexis has kind of agreed on 2. But I want them to be 2-3 years apart. That's what I want. But
We're gonna see what 2 brings us, and we'll go and we'll see if there's gonna be a 3rd.
that works. That's a smart way.
You gotta see. We'll see what we got.
But
Aaron,
I
I think-
think well, if Aaron says let's go for another one, you're gonna be like, okay.
Listen, but here's
Don't
here's
act
Yes,
like
he
you
will.
won't.
here's the
Don't
thing.
act
Yes,
like
he
you
will.
won't.
Listen. Here's what I think gets me out of 3 is if we have a girl this next time.
It will not.
I think it might. Duper, how many kids you want, brother?
I mean, realistically, probably like 7 or 8, maybe like 9. I'd probably have
Just
to
to
see
have a
how
whole bunch of kids.
I'd have to
Realistically.
see how I feel after the 8th, but it could go up to like 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe even.
Like a Nick Cannon.
Are you going to wait till you're
Listen.
79 to have your last one?
Maybe.
You still got that dog in him. You might have the
You
dog
never
in
know.
him. You never know.
never
You're
know.
gonna get a lot of money back on tax return season.
Yeah.
12
that
kids.
was, that was yeah. that was-
Holy shit.
I'm telling you, you need that help though through the rest of the year. I mean, crime and Real quick, I want to touch back on a question that we were kind of talking about earlier. So, what is the ideal age in your head that you want to live to? Because we kind of talked about it a little bit.
You smirking.
I was gonna say something, but I'm not even gonna say it.
Oh,
You know what?
shit.
I don't know, bro. Because like you start getting back pain and shit. I don't know how long I want to live with back pain. Probably like 80 something.
80
Somewhere
something.
between like 80
Take
and
care of
90.
yourself. You won't get any
And
back
that 80
pain.
to 90 gap.
I know,
You
but
definitely will get back pain.
yeah, you're gonna get back pain.
I know.
You definitely will.
I already have back pain, so
Listen, my whole body's in shambles right now. I'm 28. All right. But no, honestly, I've really never thought about this question, honestly, but I wouldn't mind living. I want to see my kid grow up. I want to see my kid get married. I prefer to see them at least have, you know, their cycle of kids, however many she wants in life or whatever, and maybe see my grandkids get married, and then, all right, cool, peace,
Peace.
But it's whatever God wants me to do. If He wants me to live till I'm 110, hey, let's do it.
Let's get it
You
done.
know what I mean?
I think I would like to be able to live to meet my great grandkids, but I guess that depends on
I'm gonna be half out my mind. I mean,
my
know.
kids.
I ain't
Well,
even going to see my grandkids, bro.
all my grandparents are really old.
dude,
They all live
they
to
live
like,
old. Living old.
well, yeah. My granddad, who just passed away, he lived to be in his mid 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how old my grandma is too. So they've all like watched all their grandchildren grow up, get married, have great grandkids.
That's wicked.
I'm just laughing
Yeah.
because Thomas said he'd be out of his mind.
I would be.
He probably will
I
be.
would be, dude.
Tyler's gonna be in a home.
I can only imagine Tyler as an old man.
I'm gonna be in a wheelchair
I'm
getting
terrified.
pushed around. I'm gonna have me a nurse.
You're
I'm gonna have
you're
me a
be
nurse
an
taking care of me.
asshole old man.
No, I'll be cool. I'm gonna be like
He's gonna be
skydiving.
the
I'm gonna be skydiving 80, 90.
no.
Listen, that's one thing I would want to do before I did die. I want to
Skydive.
do all the things I'm scared shitless of.
Oh yeah, dude.
Hard
At that
No.
old, I wouldn't even care.
But
at
yeah,
that
I'll
old-
shit myself in the air. Fuck it.
You better have good life insurance
Oh yeah.
before you go skydiving.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Shout
Nah,
out Nick Pellegrini.
shut him up. Shout out Skylar
Shout
Wilkin
out.
too.
Right? Yeah.
No, I'd probably say I want to live to be mid to upper 80s.
Yep.
We're rocking there. That's a full life for me. Got to see everything I wanted to see, do everything. Hopefully, I wanted to do by then. So, but yeah, I just wanted to circle back. I didn't want to cut you off when you were talking when you moved on, D. So I just let it rock out.
You're
But
good.
We have
Aaron-
to die at the same time though.
oh shoot, I don't know.
I can't outlive you. I'm probably gonna outlive him.
I don't know. I'll be on my grind right now. I might be getting myself right for the future.
He has high cholesterol already.
No, a little bit.
Hey, me too. So it's,
It is what it is. We rocking. Hey, but new study has shown, and I put this out there, cholesterol is not related to heart disease. So
I know.
we're rocking. Say sugar free, you live life longer.
Go.
Keep that on the back burner. But so Aaron, I got another question for you. So you spent some time out in Indiana. Obviously, we lived out in Indiana for 4 years. Kind of growing up in Petersburg, living in Petersburg, spending some time in a big city where I think Fort Wayne was considered obviously a big city, 300,000 plus people. Kind of tell us how it's different for somebody that might be listening to this that is an audiologist, maybe in a small town or a big city. How do you find, because you spent some time being an audiologist in both, can you kind of just say how it's different being an audiologist in a smaller town compared to a big city?
I worked in an ENT setting when I was out in Fort Wayne, and now I'm strictly nursing home, so it's a little bit different, like what I'm doing. I did work at an ENT a little bit when I got here, but a lot of what's different is really
What's an ENT
What's
setting?
ENT?
Oh,
Same question.
ear, nose, and throat.
Okay.
No.
So I worked for a really large ear, nose, and throat group with I think we had like 9 ENTs and 11 audiologists.
And that was in Fort
So,
Wayne.
yes.
I didn't
Yeah,
know Fort Wayne was 300,000. I mean, 300,000
Yeah.
people. Holy shit.
it's a lot.
They got 5 Walmarts in that bitch.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had 4 locations. So that's one thing. I mean, when you're here, you don't have quite the number of patients. I mean, we were going through 30 patients a day easily. Here you might have like 8 to 10. The other different thing is the way that ENT office is set up. You had to have testing days and you had to have hearing aid days. So either you're doing hearing testing or you're doing hearing aids. But when you're here, because your population is so much smaller and you have a variety of patients and you're the only audiologist, you have to just get through everybody, whether it's hearing aids, testing, balance, doesn't matter. They're all in the same day. Also, the equipment is limited because you are going to make less money in a smaller area.
Yeah.
I mean, when you work for a giant ENT practice, you're going to have the funds to have all kinds of balance equipment, which I did not have it all, hardly, when I worked for an ENT here. I had one piece of balance equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a lot different as far as what you're going to do in a day, patient population. And here, it's a lot more hearing aids than anything. So yeah, it's a little bit different.
I got you. Got you. So,
What do you prefer? Big city or where you're at now? Like work-wise.
tough question.
What I liked about being in a big city was having other audiologists with me. So being able to bounce ideas off people, ask questions, ask other people's opinions, that was really nice. And I really liked living in Fort Wayne. If it was closer, we would probably still live there. And I would have stayed on at the ENT practice that I was at because I loved it. But here, it's a little different. I was the only audiologist. So, in a way, it's nice because I don't have people looking over my shoulder. Why did you do that? You could have done this instead. But also, you're lacking the help. But I do miss all my equipment. I love doing all the different stuff. Being able to test babies and stuff like that. I loved that. So I do miss that.
Fair enough.
I don't know if I necessarily prefer one.
Yeah, I mean, you gave a good answer. That's all I wanted.
Thanks.
But I can't remember because I never got to come out and see you guys in Fort Wayne. But how much further was Fort Wayne than Muncie?
It was the same distance.
Same distance. It just
It's
instead
a
of
different route.
Yeah, it was a different route to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
Got you.
So how does it feel? And put your family aspect of it, because obviously people that don't know, Erin's parents live here.
Yeah.
Lived out here the last 40 plus years. They moved here when they were 20 something. But put them aside. Living, how does it feel to be back in Petersburg after living here for so long and being away for important years of your life and coming back?
It's hard. It was a hard transition to come back because when you're used to being in a city and having everything that you could possibly need or want right there, and now we have to drive an hour and a half to get places. So, like, our closest Aldi is an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Closest...
Walmart's 30 minutes.
Yeah, Walmart's 30 minutes away. And everything shuts down here early. I mean, the whole town is, like, shut down by 8 p.m. except Sheets. So, like,
Spent a lot of
Shout out
late nights
Sheets.
in Sheets. Shout out
It's-
Sheets.
it's tough. I do miss living in a bigger area, but this place offers a lot of things that Fort Wayne didn't, as far as outdoors. So, like, we can
West
go
by God.
kayaking. That's right. We can. Not that we couldn't kayak in Fort Wayne, but we can kayak down the river here. There's a lot more hiking.
A lot more outdoor stuff.
lot more
out here.
outdoorsy stuff.
Like, a lot of slower country living.
Yeah, it's a
Simple
lot
down
more
there.
relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people are nicer.
Yeah, they are.
I mean,
They
All
are.
small town places like that, usually that's how it is.
They are.
right.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which I've
everybody
never been a
knows
part of one,
everybody.
but
Been a part of
I've
what?
always like a small town type thing where everybody knows everybody. I mean, we
We
kind
do.
of do now, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
not like you guys, I'm sure. What's
No.
your population down there?
Not
The whole county is 11,000.
Yeah, I mean, Steubenville itself is probably,
probably more
I
than
don't even know. I could look it up, but
Yeah.
it's probably it's probably a little more than that.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's people I go out to like Walmart and shit. I see someone I've never seen before in my life.
Really.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's like, but I would love to be able to live in a city one day where I know everybody. But at the same time,
Well, the nice thing about
yeah,
our jobs is that we travel enough that we're not really missing a lot of our city stuff because we can still stop at places on our way home,
Yeah.
eat whatever food we want, stuff like that. So we're not really missing a lot of the big city stuff because we're always going through one.
that
Let
makes
me-
sense.
Let me ask you, Duke. How do you feel compared to being somewhere? I don't know how big Kent is. I've never been up there, but like somewhere like Kent, like when you live up there for school and then you come home for the summer. How do you feel coming back to Steubenville?
I like being at home more.
Do you?
It's probably just because I got to be up there to go to school. But
Right.
That's fair.
if I graduated and I started working, I probably wouldn't mind it. But just being up there for school, like I just don't like school. So I could be anywhere and I probably wouldn't like it just because I'm in school. But
That's fair.
Put that aside. I know it might be hard to do that. Let me
just like
How
Kent
is the-
as a place,
as a place, yeah, to be.
it's not bad. I like it. There's like a real downtown. I mean, you go
Is there?
downtown here, you're probably gonna get mugged, or you know,
You're gonna
or something.
get your
Trip
pockets
over
ran.
a dirty needle or something on a sidewalk. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad place. I like
You're
it.
not wrong.
Mm-mm.
I'll back you there, Duper, because you're not wrong, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
I
not.
mean, if you
stay
want to
out
go
of Steubenville
downtown
at night.
Steubenville, walk around, go ahead, buddy. I'm not going with you.
We'll see you on the newspaper.
Yeah.
I'm not going late at night. I'll tell you that.
I don't blame you.
So,
I got you. So yeah, I mean, just I don't know. Petersburg, I enjoy it. So it's, I mean, I consider Wintersville a small town. I mean, it is. I mean, it's not even a city. It's
Wintersville is very small.
yeah. I mean, if
Compared to
we're,
where we
Even
lived.
Steubenville is too, though. I mean,
it's got its
I guess you could kind of characterize it as like the Ohio Valley, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what most people characterize it as. It's
They
not.
do. It's not.
It's
one or
most of the
other.
time it's the Ohio Valley, not like Steubenville itself. I mean,
Right.
you know, some people do obviously, but if you think about it, you got Steubenville's bam to bam, and Wintersville is bam to bam. You know, it's not. Bloomingdale's real small. It's more country.
Mhm.
You know, there's a lot more like
Like
acreage and shit that
Yeah,
you just,
like rural
woods and,
area.
you know, yeah, there you go, rural areas and stuff. But
Yeah.
you know, it's Ohio Valley, I guess you could say. Is
it's
most
got
of
the
time
perfect
where-
mix, though, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
got your city and your
I mean,
outskirts.
you really do, because I mean, where we're at is the only. It's the quickest. You go to 3 states in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You go from Ohio to West Virginia to PA.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you hit PA and you're pretty much all highway, but you got them little places you could turn off. But I've never really gone those. You know,
Right.
I mean, you go to Burgestown for concerts. You go to, I mean, the airport. You know, and then you're in Robinson. and you're in
which is a
Pittsburgh.
booming city. Yeah,
Pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
pumpkin patch, rocking pumpkin patch stuff.
Janikowski's or
Some-
whatever.
No,
Yeah.
Josex.
Or Hoseks, yeah.
Ozaks. There's two of them. I think I've been to both, but
Yeah.
um,
I
Yeah.
will say, I think my favorite thing about Petersburg is the safety aspect of
Oh
Petersburg.
yeah.
Being able to leave your doors unlocked all night, not having to worry about somebody coming in there. I've got things out and about. I won't get into specifics because I don't need somebody listening to this and jacking my shit. But, but no, I mean I got stuff outside that if I was in Fort Wayne, it'd be gone in a minute. Like if you left it out, it'd be gone. So it's just nice that you don't have to worry about that. And I think like once Jameson gets older and he starts walking the streets and wants to like ride his bike and go to like Sheets
Yeah.
or go convenience store and get something to drink, like
With
okay,
friends
the best
back or
thing,
something.
yeah, exactly. Like the best thing I think for the way to compare it so you guys can understand it is D when we were younger going to Quick King. You see what I'm saying? Taking our bikes
Yeah.
or walking up to Quick King and coming back down to the neighborhood playing in the summertime.
Right.
Like you can do that here.
Yeah.
Most places unfortunately now you can't do that.
Yeah, we definitely
So-
couldn't do that in Fort Wayne.
No, we was
No
on
way.
our 8 mile grind. I was on my M&M shit in my trailer park.
listen,
It was a
I
dirt
mean,
trailer
there's-
park though. It was cool.
It's a nice trailer.
yeah, there's just an uneasy feeling sometimes, just anywhere. Like sometimes I just get that uneasy feeling of tonight's the night someone's gonna try to break into my house. I don't
Even
know
where you
why.
live now.
Not as much now.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm a little more secluded.
I think you live
From,
in a
like-
really influential area, neighborhood, public
The hell do you
figured
mean?
area, public figures. The neighbors you tell me
Yeah.
that you have.
Yeah, but sometimes that don't matter. You might
Oh,
run
no.
into somebody that don't like that person, and then they're just like,
Yeah.
"Fuck it, I'm gonna go vandalize." What?
Didn't something happen with your one neighbor, the dude? Didn't he get punched in the face or something?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that did happen.
That did
But,
happen. That did happen. I'll tell you about that
Yeah, I
off
mean-
camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll hit the cut on that, I guess.
Yeah.
No, we ain't cutting on that. We're gonna leave it in. He didn't
No,
say
we'll
nothing.
leave it in there. But I mean, if people know where he lives, then they're gonna know where. You know what I mean?
Right.
But no, it's just like where I lived before. There was one night, I woke up. So I woke up one morning and I went to go leave for work, or I was going somewhere at like 12, 1 o'clock or whatever. My neighbor at the time, he said, "Hey, I caught somebody trying to steal my catalytic converter from the bottom of my truck last night." And I said, "Are you
Jesus.
fucking kidding me?" And at that point in time, I'm like, I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, people are really trying to steal shit. Like, I like to think that neighborhood I lived in was a nice place, nice area, which
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just the
Hey,
fact
I
that-
don't want to cut you, but keep going. I'm gonna take a piss real quick while you keep chatting it up, alright?
All right. But I always thought that it was a nice place. I never
Appreciate
really had a problem with just being, I just. God,
He
he's an
stepped on
idiot.
my foot.
He's an idiot. But I think that where we're at now is more safe than the other place, I guess. In
Yeah.
that aspect, because I've never heard anything about, anything happening here, obviously, but obviously I haven't been here long, so you never know.
Yeah.
But there was one night that we were literally asleep in our bedroom. Our bedroom at the time was at the front of the house, so you could see like the main street. And we only had Mink at the time, and sleeping. Next thing you know, I hear Mink growling, and he don't do that. Like,
Yeah.
he's a quiet dog unless you get him outside or get him riled up or something. But you heard him growling, and I'm like, what the hell's dude growling at? And I'm not kidding you, it's probably 2, 3 in the morning. So I'm like, I'm kind
I'd
of
be
wigging a
scared.
little bit, and I'm like, what the hell? Why is he doing this? So then he barks, and that really woke me up. So like when he's growling, I'm kind of like, Mink, please shut up. Like, what are you growling at? And then he barked, and that's when I was like, oh shit, maybe there's someone outside, maybe, you know. So at this point, I flew up out of bed and looked out my window because my bed sat here and the window was like right here. You could see right outside the window. There's fucking cop lights right in front of my house. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what in the hell is going on? You know, so then I get up and I go look. They have a car stopped right in front of my house. There's a truck that's just
New house
sitting
or
right
old
there.
house?
Old house.
Old house.
Okay.
So we were sitting there, and I'm at this point I'm like
Trying to
investing,
get
and
comfortable.
I'm watching like what the hell is going on. And so apparently this dude came down the hill. He drove down past my house, coming this way, went up the hill, and there was a big circle, like a big, I guess a drive is what they call it. But you go all the way around, you come back around, you come back down my road. And he came down my road and like came down really slow and stopped right in front of my house. Got out of his truck, like, and then just started walking around his truck, and then ended up getting back into his truck, closing his door, and just sitting there. And I'm like, what in the hell was this dude doing? And the cops came, and there was like 2-3 cops that showed up, and then they just ended up leaving. I'm just like, what are the odds that happens on my road of all roads? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. I just feel more safe where I'm at now compared to where I was before because, you know, if you knew where I lived, you got a certain Kroger's up there. Kroger's right up the road. A lot of people go to Kroger, you know, at any time. That's, you know, so anybody can just wander back behind it and then be boom right in front of my house. You know what I mean? So
Huh.
another thing is where I'm at now is a lot quieter. So, like you said, like how Jameson, whenever he starts riding his bike and stuff like that, like
Right.
when my daughter gets older, she's gonna be able to, you know, be outside in the front yard because I got a decent sized front yard to where I'm not going to have to worry about cars flying up and down my road like I did before.
Right.
Like I
Right.
used to motherfuck people when they drove by
Yeah.
because they would
people
fly
flew
up and
by
down
your
that
house.
road. Fly by it, and I'm like, you wait until I got a kid. And if you get anywhere near it, you know, I'm gonna be sending some words your way, buddy. But
Wow.
yeah, but
Mister.
yeah, you quit that.
Knock that off.
You cut that shit out. But yeah, so it just depends, really. But
Yeah. My first night in Muncie,
My
when we
God.
lived in Muncie, I hadn't even moved into my house yet. We were staying at my dad's cousin's house, and somebody broke into my car, stole both my laptops, my TV, what else? A whole backpack
Everything.
full of stuff, my purse with my passport, everything.
Everything, bro.
I had my wallet. I went out the next morning to get something out of my car, and I looked in the back and my TV was gone. And I was like, what the heck? And they basically only left my clothes and cat toys. And that
Shit
was
that
it.
they
They
couldn't
took
pawn
everything
off.
else out of my car.
Crackheads, bro.
Jesus.
And I guess they were going, like, through people's cars because a couple houses down, they found somebody's iPad in the front yard, and it was, like, a neighbor from up the street. So, definitely don't miss Muncie.
I was there for at the time for my I think my written exam for my police test for Muncie.
Oh, yeah.
So I was snoozing, I'm out cold, and she comes in. She's like, "Ty, someone broke into my car," and I'm like, jumped up, and they responded.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit, bro.
No. They're like, we're probably not going to find anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
They
well,
didn't give a damn.
what can you do?
So, but
people are
Yeah.
crazy, man. I mean,
they are.
it's that simple.
They are. Absolutely. Important question I have for you today, and probably should have been the first question I asked. Do you have a good Mother's Day?
I had a great Mother's Day.
Do I
Obviously.
know how to? Do I know how?
I had a great Mother's Day weekend, actually.
There you go.
I
Go
did.
ahead, explain. Let us know.
I don't think we did anything Friday, did we? Did we do Friday?
No.
No, we just kind of chilled
Had to
out
work.
Friday, read a book, good stuff. This yesterday, we got up. I went and got my hair cut. We drove to Winchester. I got a new bracelet. It's like a little permanent bracelet.
Sheesh.
So it's like soldered onto my wrist. Very cute. And then we did some shopping for Jameson. And Ty bought me a new Lego for Mother's Day.
The one you showed me
And-
earlier?
No, different one.
Oh.
We went out to eat. Where'd we go eat?
Chinese place.
Oh, yeah, we
Chinatown.
went to Chinatown. Good
I got
stuff.
pho.
He did.
Mm.
Yep. Jameson was all about it.
He did.
He's
He
freaking
cleaned it
shoveling fried rice in his mouth.
We love that.
in his mouse. His pet mouse.
I came home, just relaxed. And then today, we got up, went to church, came home, had lunch, and then I took a nap. Love a good Sunday afternoon nap. And then Tyler, my dad, and my brother,
Wait, who's
but mostly Tyler.
Who's Tyler?
Who's Tyler?
Governments? We don't use
mean
governments
Tybo?
I
around
don't
here.
use governments on this podcast.
We use
bro.
Ty or Tybo.
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 I'm not going to call him Tybo.
Thank you.
Ty Bizzle.
Call him
sorry.
Ty.
T Bizzle.
Just Ty. How about Ty?
Ty. There we go.
That works.
That works.
Ty made this huge dinner. It's a mass. Oh, we went to Costco yesterday. Love Costco. Tyler bought 2 pounds of Fruit Loops. Yeah.
You probably bought Frosted
Yeah.
Flakes too with them burn ass.
No.
No, I didn't
No,
buy it, just
just
Fruit
Fruit
Loops. If I had to
He's
go
on a
back
Fruit
and
Loops
do my
kick right
top
now.
5, we'd be redoing it.
But he made us this huge dinner, and my brother came in, and his wife and their little boy came in from Virginia. We all got to hang out and just have dinner together. Had the best cake. We had tuxedo cake. It's my favorite.
Tastes like a Swiss roll.
So good.
I know.
Oh, you know what tuxedo
Come on.
cake is?
Look at my figure.
Dustin obviously knows what tuxedo
He
cake
does.
is.
Exactly.
He does.
Exactly.
So, I had a great Mother's Day. Oh, and I got a Kindle for Mother's Day.
Ooh.
Very excited.
In the reading mood.
I am in a reading mood.
Reading
Yes.
Aaron,
Dude.
I feel like you're always in a reading mood.
You know, I feel like my hobbies go in like
mood.
phases.
Yeah.
Cycles, yeah. I was in a puzzle mood for a long time. Now I'm on a reading binge. So, been going through all my books.
That's right.
Alexis reads a
good
lot
stuff.
too sometimes. She goes through the reading kicks too.
Yeah, I just read a really good series, and then it got me back into it. Plus, I travel all the time, so I'm always listening to audiobooks.
You know
So
what you
I-
can listen to? Nice Guys Pod.
Not
Got
much
11
of a
episodes out.
not much of a podcast girl.
But come on,
Um,
you can listen. You can listen to your husband.
You can
you
listen
can
to
I
your
listen to
episode.
him
Listen to me. and
all
you can
day,
listen to
every day.
yourself. Yeah, you're right.
All day, every day.
What?
Alexis
Yeah.
has been listening. She told me the other day that she was listening to one of the episodes. I think it was the newest one just came out last weekend.
Yeah, I usually
Well
listen
done.
to chunks of it.
She likes
But I
the
don't-
top 5 segment.
I like the
You
top
listen to-
5. I listen to the questions.
Yeah.
But
Hey, at least you're listening. we appreciate that. Okay.
I share all your
appreciate that.
stuff. I vote on all the polls.
She does. She shares
Polls
it.
are fun. I like doing them.
Polls
Yeah.
are fun.
Does Bella listen to the podcast, dude?
Probably not.
She don't want to hear it. She don't want to hear us weirdos speak, huh?
She just be reading though. Like if
She
she's
just-
not if she's not doing something else, she's reading.
I got you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Expanding that brain, though. You know what I mean? Getting
Yeah, she
knowledge.
got that Watt pad thing. I don't know if you know what that is,
Or
Aaron.
the
but-
what?
Oh, yes, I do.
The Watt pad.
What's that?
What the hell is that? That sounds
It's,
very.
Yeah, it does sound not very
They
appropriate.
probably got like freaky books on there if I had to guess, but
Hey,
Yeah.
there it is.
They do.
Hey, you want to read a couple
What
of
is
this?
that?
Wattpad?
Yeah.
Is
Explain.
it WAP? Like,
Watt.
No,
W-A-T-P.
ass.
Wattpad.
Okay. That's what I thought you said. I thought you said WAP, like WAP.
Watt.
Okay,
Wat.
WAT, like W-A-T.
W-A-T-T, I think.
WATT probably.
Also like WAT, like. Okay.
What?
no,
continue.
it's
But,
Watt. It's
um,
not
I'm just
Watt.
expanding. I'm an idiot. Go ahead.
It's
Continue.
Watt.
It's a lot of, like, people who aren't published authors, but they write, like, short stories. Or they'll write, like, chapters and come out with a chapter every week or something like that. Sometimes they like build off of other books, or use characters from other books that are more popular series and kind of put their own spin on it. But yeah,
Nice.
it can
So
be
what-
interesting.
Why did we get all?
Those are freaky books, D-Money.
It gets
Is
a
that
little
the point?
spicy.
It gets spicy.
So like 50 Shades
Allegedly.
of Grey times 5?
It gets pretty spicy.
It gets spicy, D-Money.
Is there video included?
No,
You make your own videos.
it's smut.
Smut. What is it? A smut slut? Isn't that what you called it?
Smut slut, yes.
Smut slut.
Smut slut.
Duper, you want to share with the people real quick? We got some questions we got asked since the last time we spoke, but you want to tell the people what happened for your Mother's Day dinner today on how that went?
Oh yeah, allegedly we had reservations for one spot. We get there, they're takeout only. So we just sit around like, oh, where the hell are we going now? Because I guess that your mom called the wrong place or something.
She called
Was
the
it
wrong
Armstrong?
And they're
Armstrongs.
like, oh, let's
Yeah.
go to this place. We go to Olive Garden. It's gonna be an hour and a half for 8 people. Okay, well, where the hell we going now? Buca de Beppo. We get there.
Buka.
Guess what? We can get our table, but then we gotta wait on the kitchen for 2 hours. So now we're going back to the Ville, and we end up at Sesame Grill. And then my stomach felt like terrible for 2 hours.
So
That's
felt like what?
Terrible. It felt terrible.
What were you gonna say?
Ass.
It felt. I don't know what I was gonna say.
You
but
had the word ass coming out of your mouth
Yeah.
and you stopped yourself and said terrible.
I might have.
As arable.
Is that
But,
why you have that warning sign behind you?
Because he went to Sesame.
Grill.
What'd you
Yeah,
say?
but
Because he went to Sesame
was-
Grill.
I don't know, dude. I got pepper steak, and the meat
Oh
was
my
a little
God.
weird, bro.
Why
Little
did you
weird.
get that?
I'm-
You didn't get hibachi?
Every other time I should have, but every other time I've gotten meat, like beef, it's good. Like
Okay.
sumo, I can tell that. I'm gonna stop before I get too deep, but like I can tell like the steak from sumo, it's like real steak. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel it, brother. I feel it. Yeah, so yeah.
But yeah, drove to Pittsburgh back just to eat at Sesame Grill. That was awesome.
Nice.
Took the scenic route.
Yeah.
I got you. Do you got anything else, brother, before we go into the questions?
Yeah, I guess I'll say something that's kind of been bothering me this past week.
Oh, bothering.
Yeah.
All right, let's kick back.
I
Let's
mean,
hear
I've
it.
already talked to you about it.
Oh yeah, I do want to hear it. This is serious. This is serious.
Yeah, this is a serious matter.
Yes, tell me about it because I was going to ask you about
So, I could talk about it because it's public.
It is
They went public.
Yeah.
So, my work is laying off 300 people, and it pisses me off because, and it pisses a lot of us off because they went public with the fact they're laying people off, but they haven't told us shit. So I have no idea what's going on. Like they told us that they're laying off like a certain percentage of people. Like so it goes in seniority. So there's 840 people that work in both the tandem mill and tin mill, which I know you guys don't know what that is, but there's two separate mills that coils come from. You start at the tandem mill and they end up at the tin mill. That's pretty much as easy I can make it. And you got people obviously working at both places that have seniority from being in the company. And so usually you think you take the youngest 300 guys, but since they're laying salary guys off too, I think they said 12% salary and 88% union guys. So I think we did the math and it's like 260, 265 union guys versus the 35 salary guys, give or take, 30, 40 guys.
Mm.
But I'm fucking number 270 on the seniority list. So it's like if they lay 35 guys off, I should be safe. Because I'm 270, and if they lay off the union guys, it's 260. You know, so I don't know. There's just a lot of things that's going into this, and then I mean, being laid off. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not great, obviously. So like,
Right.
the way the union's set up is I've never been familiar with unions before I obviously started working for one, but um, they every I think it's 4 years they go in and they'll write up another contract that you sign for 4 years, and they just redid one. And so if you have 2 years of service, you get a 60% sub pay. So essentially, they pay you 60% of your wages at
Yeah.
your base rate on top of your unemployment.
Hmm.
So, which, so I guess they're doing 2 waves of layoffs. We don't know how many's coming from the first wave or the second wave. We have no idea. No one, like I said, no one's told us shit, and we're all pissed about it.
Yeah, I would be too.
Well, some people have been told, but
I
my
not to
department,
cut you, not to get into too many details. I won't say names, but there's 2 people that I know that are getting laid off.
from there,
Yeah, and one is has been there for a very long time.
no shit.
I'll tell you about it off camera, but yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Some people know what the hell's going on, but like my department in general, we got no idea.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just don't see how you can go public with something this big and not tell your employees
They're
the
basically saying
details
fuck
before
you.
you did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like it
that's not
pisses
cool.
me off and it like sits bad on me because, you know, but like I said, you get 60% of your wages plus your unemployment. And they're doing 2 waves, which we don't know which wave is whatever. So I mean, I should make it through the first wave, which is they're laying people off the 28th. That's the first wave. 2 weeks. Right before Memorial Day. That's when they decide they're laying the first wave off. Which hopefully I make it to the second wave because the second wave is in August. August 1st. Which, like, I've talked to a couple guys that I work with. It's kind of like a blessing in disguise essentially because Isla's due the 20th of August. So it's like if I do get laid off, I'm gonna be home the whole time she's, right when she's born.
Right.
Which
Right.
is kind of like awesome, but at the same time, it's like Alexis isn't going to be working. I'm obviously not going to be working. I'll be collecting unemployment and my sub pay and shit, but like, how much is that going to be?
Right.
So like unemployment, you get it every week. It's weekly, and then the sub pay, it's either weekly or you get it 2 weeks. I'm not sure, but pretty much if I'm making enough money off of the sub pay and unemployment, which well, a lot of people give people shit about being on unemployment, but it's like I worked my 2 years to deserve my unemployment if something like this happens. Like
Right.
people don't
Right.
get that.
Right.
Like
no,
they're like,
right.
"Oh, you're lazy. Do you want to go get another
You
job?"
paid
I'm like,
into it.
"Motherfucker, I've been paying into it for 2 years."
Literally.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like I'm gonna take the time if I want it. You know, and if obviously I can't live off of it, then I go find something else until they call me back. Or if they don't call me back, then I stay at the job that I'm at or find something better because you never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
But the whole reason this is happening is because of that tariff, which I think I've talked to I told Tybo about it. So there's a tariff going on right now to where our price of tin that our CEO has, I think it's like I'm not 100% sure. It's like he's paying it like $2,000 a ton, which is really high, I guess.
Yeah.
And people overseas, like Korea, China, like or whatever over there, are undercutting us by a lot. And people are buying from the states. They're buying their steel from overseas, so no one's buying from us. So it's kind of like screwing us in a sense. But at the same time, apparently, if this thing goes in our favor, our CEO is going to look like a genius because he's going to have the rate at $2,000 a ton. People are going to have to buy
Yeah.
Right.
because I think we're like one of 2 tin mills in America, or maybe one of, so they're going to have to buy it, and he's going to make him look like a genius, and he's going to give more money. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't know what's going to happen, and I mean, I
Sure.
hear things that, oh, they're not going to win, and then I've heard more times that we're going to win easily, so it's like very hopeful because this is just a job that, I want to live the rest of my working career doing this job. Like I want to work here. Like my grandfather, my pap, he worked there 50 years. I mean, he did very, very well for himself because of that place. They take care of
Mhm.
you to an extent. I mean, you're gonna have cocksuckers, people that just are assholes. That's every workplace, but
Right.
exactly. But so I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. But that's been bothering me for the last week. Just the fact that we worked all week, and it's like you can tell, like the people that were lower on under the 300. It's like you're going to get laid off. So why the fuck am I working?
Right.
It's really
You know,
disrespectful.
yeah. So it pissed a lot of us off. I mean, I don't know if they have some type of strategy behind it on why they're not telling us, but
Well, it's not like you don't know.
right. And it's I know that it's happening, but at the same time, it's like,
Is it me or not?
am I good? Am I not
Yeah.
good? Like, am I getting laid off this time? Am I getting laid off the second time? Like, how much money am I going to be getting if I laid off? So it's like all these things are running through my head, and it's
Sure.
like I don't want to come home and stress Alexis out by talking to her about it because it's like kind of like I'm losing my job for X amount of time, So, but the good thing is you sign a contract, so they can't go against that contract. So it's like they have to do what the contract says, essentially.
Yeah.
So, like my insurance, since I'm there 2 years, it's under 2 years you get nothing essentially. They pretty much you don't get any sub pay, nothing, but you get your insurance for 6 months. That's what you get for under 2 years, and then 2 to 10 years, which that's a long ass, like that's a big jump. From 2 to 10 years, you get 60% of your sub pay, 60% of your wages, and then you get your insurance for 18 months. So it's like if I go unemployed for 18 months, I'll have my insurance from there for that whole time, which that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, but they're offering a reverse layoff, which do you know what that is? So essentially, they're gonna make lists like sign up sheets for like the older guys to come sign and voluntarily lay themselves off, essentially.
Mm.
So pretty much like say I'm about to retire at the end of the year. It's May, you know. Um, say you make it to the August cut. You stay laid off, and when you got over, I think, 20 years, you get 80% sub pay. It's
Jeez.
80% of your wages on top of the unemployment, which they deserve it. They worked there that long.
Yeah, really.
They've been there
Yeah.
longer. They deserve that. So, they work there. You get laid off in August or even next month, because 6 months usually is the layoff time, because that's how long your unemployment runs. Essentially, you get it for a whole year. So like if I got laid off today, I would have it until May 14th of 2024, but you only get a certain dollar amount. And if you run out of that, you can't reapply until the 14th of next year.
Hmm.
Okay. So like if I get laid off next month and I'm one of the old guys that are on the verge of retiring at the beginning of next year, they can take the reverse layoff, because you got to think they're getting their Social Security, they're getting, all the stuff. They're essentially triple dipping is what everybody calls. They're getting 2 checks from somewhere else plus the check that they're getting from working when they don't need to work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's, essentially. But I get laid off next month. I sign the reverse layoff. I'm getting paid 80% of my wages on top of unemployment. I ride that unemployment out to the beginning of the year, and then I come back for 1 week because it's a new year or whatever. I come back for a week and then I retire. And I essentially worked 1 week for a whole,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, for 6 months.
6 months. Yeah.
So then you retire, and then you get your pension, you get your 401k and all that stuff, and then because then what they do at work is when you have, I think it's after 20 years you get 5 weeks vacation. So you put your papers in that you're going to retire at this date, and then as soon as that date hits, you take all 5 weeks of your vacation. So you get paid for those 5 weeks as you're still working, but you're just on vacation. And then after your vacation runs out, you're officially retired. So like when my pap retired in March of 2021, he was essentially still employed for 5 more weeks after that because of his vacation. And then after the 5 weeks was over, he was finally considered retired.
Hmm.
So But yeah, that's been on my mind, and I'm not very thrilled about it because of what I just pretty much just told you guys. I'm not going to go over it again, but
Right.
yeah. So supposed to find out tomorrow, and I work midnight, of course. So no one's gonna fucking be there to explain anything to me if I don't understand it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Keep me
Yeah.
posted. Let me know. And we'll rock it out how we need to.
Yeah.
So, just want to go into these questions. Got asked. I explained this last episode. I got asked a bulk of questions. I've got another 5 that I want to go over with you guys. And then if we need to push a couple back, it doesn't matter. We can push a couple back to the next following episode that we have to do. But I think we've got another. What? Why'd you laugh?
No, he's just killing that.
I can
Pepsi.
see Aaron smirking, and I don't know why.
Just down in that 2-liter.
Shit's fire, bro. What the fuck you mean?
I'm joking.
My eyes are all watery.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fucking chest.
But no, we got. I think we got about another 5 questions left after this that we got asked in a bulk. So, first question I got that I want to ask you guys is what 3 words describe what you're most grateful for? I'll go. I'll lead. I'll kick us off
because I don't have any fucking idea.
You're good.
And
You're good.
before you say this, it was funny because that's one thing Alexis said. She was like, she goes, it's kind of not fair for you guys because Tyler knows the questions before you guys do. So it's like Tyler knows what the answer, and then me and Duper kind of just like.
Yeah, he also
Yeah.
didn't tell me.
Hey, it's just a part. Hey, I got my thing. D's got the analytics.
I live with him.
No, it's all good. It's some of these questions
Okay.
are super simple, but I think three words
Say
to
the
describe
question again.
what 3 words describe what you're most grateful for.
Easy.
Okay, so easy. I'm gonna say family, health,
Oh, okay.
family, health, and financial stability.
All right. I mean, that's kind of
Financial stability is 2 words.
Yeah, but hey, it goes into one subcategory. So hey, don't
Just
hate
put
on me.
financials.
Financial.
boring ass answer. I'm gonna go hockey, football, music.
Hockey, football, music. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
All right.
Go ahead, Aaron, because I have no idea yet.
Oh, I would say support. Financial. For sure. And comfort.
Dig it. I dig it. What you got, D?
Those are 3 good ones.
Thanks.
Oh, fuck me, I guess, huh?
You're not the special guest.
Fuck duper, I guess.
No, dupers are fucking amazing. Love dupers. Love dupers. I'm gonna say one of dupers because football makes me happy.
Uh-huh.
So I'll go football.
Uh-huh.
Support's a good one. I like that, especially like with everything I just told you guys. Going through that, Alexis has been pretty. She's made me feel good, like really relaxed me about that.
Yeah.
So I'll say support. And then I want to say financially too, because
I think you're just dipping into everybody else's answers.
yes, it was.
Hey, it's all right. Sometimes when
It
I put
happens
you on
when
the
you go
spot-
last.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is, and that's why I did want to go last, so I had answers.
There you go. What do you value most in a friendship?
Loyalty,
Facts. Loyalty.
easy. I don't want someone doing shit behind my back. You know, maybe that's why I don't have as much friends as I used to, because my circle is right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah,
very,
I
very
never-
small.
Want to worry if I can trust you.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yes.
What you got, Duke?
I'd say that just don't be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? That type shit. Like, don't piss me the fuck off and do some weird snake shit.
Yeah.
Don't be a snake in the
Yeah,
grass.
going behind
gonna
your
answer?
back, like going
I will.
behind your best friends or your friend's back is just, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping that I've never done it to anybody. I mean, I've never done it to my knowledge. You know what I mean? But some people might think otherwise and might think that I have when I have no idea that I've done it. You know, and you know, the same thing. You know, it's just I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to put it into words very quickly, but I
No, I know what you mean. Though.
there's yeah, you know, so it's like um there's two sides of a story essentially. So it's like you could be hearing like say Duper and Tybo, you guys are like something happened. Tybo, you're telling me one story and Duper's telling me the other, but Erin knows the right answer because she's your wife. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like you two were with each other the whole time, and Duper was just there. But then again, she could just be saying, you know, what's going on because she's on your side.
Right.
You know, so it's just there's a lot of different aspects you could take from that. But
Right.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you know, it's a very vague answer, but
No, I like
at the
it.
same time, you know, so
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna piggyback off everybody and say the same thing. In a friendship, I think loyalty is the most important. I think when you're a friend of mine, you're not really a friend. You're a brother. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think that I gotta be able to trust you with all my shortcomings and the bad things. I love that. I love that. Special guest AW flying in high flying AW.
He's in and he's out.
He's in and he's out. But yeah, I think that's the most important thing for me is just being able to know that if we got to get into some shit, that I got somebody in my corner gonna go through that shit with me.
just know that you're not going to get fucked by that person.
Exactly, in the long run.
You know what I mean?
Right. We've been going through what happened. I missed it.
Just
No,
Duper making his
just-
stupid ass face.
Nah, something just caught me off guard that he said, but just keep going.
Who,
Oh,
me?
fuck.
Me or
No.
Dean?
Just go.
Keep skating
I
through
feel
it.
like
Keep skating through it.
Jared is only here for comedic relief.
He is. He's he. When we got to go through the deepest dark. No, Duper gave really good answer about questions we get asked. I think it was last episode.
I listened to them.
But yeah, I think Duper gave some really good answers. And but yeah, Duper is our comedic relief guy. He helps us get through the difficult stuff. But
Listen, I still laugh at that one fucking episode.
is it hard?
Is it hard? Oh my god, dude. That made me laugh so fucking
Yeah,
hard.
there was yeah. And the favorite
Who
night
was
snack.
our special guest? Ian?
Ian on that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ian's episode?
Yeah, that was Ian's
Oh
episode.
my god.
that's funny.
I was just confused why he asked me that.
If you haven't checked it out, check it out. You're missing out
That
on a
was
funny episode.
episode 7.
7. Yeah. So
Thank you, Ian.
thank you,
Thank you,
Ian.
Ian.
But got two not so serious questions. Kind of take the edge off of the more well thought out, deep thinking questions. This one is, what's the weirdest food you've ever eaten?
Barbecue crickets.
That is some country ass shit.
No, listen.
Hey, see, different.
See, dude.
I took a food class in college,
Uh-huh.
and one of the things that she ordered was they're like baked crickets, and they're covered in like a barbecue rub or like a spice,
We'll see it.
and that shit was so dry. I would never do it again.
Dry.
It was easily the weirdest thing I've ever eaten.
You want me to go? You guys got it? You want me to go?
Yeah.
I have no idea because I'm trying to think of everything I've eaten in my life.
You're good. All right. So, one, I've got two. You good over there? You
I'm
got Steve's?
sneezing.
All right, go ahead, do your thing.
Sorry.
Them crickets got her fucked up a little bit. No, I've got two. One, one was weird just because I've never had it before, and I don't think it's a common dish that people have, maybe in the South. But gator was weird for me to have. Number 2 is not a weird food item, but in the way that I had it, it was weird. So it was pork, but it was at a pig roast. And
Ooh, I love a pig
and
roast.
just seeing a big ass pig with his face and shit still there, and then they're carving it off, and then you're eating it. I had about that much pulled pork, and I just loaded up on side dishes because I was like, I can't do this.
We go to a pig roast every year
Yeah, yeehaw, baby.
Love that.
at our neighbor's house,
Yee.
or my parents' neighbor's house. It's so good. They
is-
roast it all
It
day.
is good. I just can't be looking the pig in the eyes while I'm walking by it.
Well, I don't
I don't know.
cut it or anything. I just go over and scoop the meat.
Yeah, no,
So I don't know if I would eat it if I had to cut it off.
Fair.
yeah. It makes yeah. Anyway, you two got answers.
But I've played it safe my whole life with food. I go anything like that's gonna raise my cholesterol or raise my fucking blood pressure. But if I had to say like the weirdest thing, probably this Olive
God, I
Garden
knew he was
breadstick that's
gonna
been
do that.
sitting there for
Knew he
2
was gonna
days.
do that too.
I mean, it's been sitting out in the kitchen for 2 days. It's a little cold, a little stiff. Probably not the most normal.
He didn't
thing
even
that I've
heat it
ever
up.
eaten. No, I did not. I ate it raw. I raw dogged it.
Sit that on your bed behind you. Leave it there.
That'll be the star of the
It's
show.
up on the dresser. I gotta get it out of here soon.
It's funny.
I can't remember what the official name is of it, but like clams or oysters.
Mm.
They go to seafood restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those are
Mussels.
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 Yeah.
Where you like suck them out of the shell.
That'd be an
Yeah,
oyster.
my dad made me try them one time at Red Lobster, and I was just, nah. I'm
Hey,
good
how
with
are
it.
ya?
Hey, goodbye.
I would say
Hey, see ya.
one of the weirdest foods that Ty has ever eaten is when he grabbed a crawdad out of the creek
At Austin.
at Austin Lake, barbecued it on the grill, and then pulled it apart and ate it.
We went to town on that. We went to town on that. I knew I was gonna be in...
How many waters did you have?
enough to take a shit in an ice bag.
I was just about to say, bro. You
How
pooped in
about
an ice bag, boy.
that cooler?
That cooler in Atlantic City. Hey, to the homeless person that found that cooler, I apologize. You were in for an awful surprise when you opened the lid of that bitch.
We apologize.
That was before we went into our limo.
Oh my.
That's before I met you.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
Thank God.
Last
The bag at Austin Lake wasn't there.
Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna say.
Let's just let that go.
All right, we're gonna let it go. All right, hey, we're gonna go into a very PG question. What is your favorite Disney movie?
Ooh, Disney movie.
Duper, you got one?
Let's
yeah,
watch a Disney Channel movie.
Probably
like
like
that
Lemonade
type.
Mouth or something.
What'd you
Yeah.
say?
Lemonade Mouth.
Oh, that was a
Lemonade
good one.
Mouth.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I like that. I got you.
I watched it recently though. It's it's hard to watch.
It's
so
cringy
corny.
now. It's cringy now.
Corny, man.
That's like the Let It
It hurt.
Shine, that rap
Yeah,
movie.
It hurt. It hurt. It hurt.
Oh shit, that's funny. That's funny.
I'm, as a person who's watched almost every Disney movie.
Yeah, rock it out. What you gonna say? I know what you're gonna say.
What?
I'll be shocked. You want me to answer it?
Yeah, go ahead. What's my favorite?
Now
Moana.
you're on the spot.
Moana is my favorite. Moana or the Aristocats.
Ooh.
I love the Aristocats. But I
Oh, yeah, you're
love
on the Aristocats fan.
I'm trying to
Moana.
think of Disney Channel movies. I can't think of any.
I'm gonna
off the top of my
say
head.
I'm gonna say a classic. Throw it back in the day. I was in my footy pajamas, just living my best life. We're gonna pop on Toy Story.
Toy Story's fire.
Toy Story. I was really hoping when I'd just like come around the corner of the hallway, peek into my room, I'd be seeing my toys be playing with one another, and I could go and join in. And then when they
That'd be
would,
sick.
you know what I'm saying? Like I'd just be like sneaking in there, waiting, ready to get it.
Jameson has recently discovered Monsters Inc.
Big fan.
And we've been watching that for like 3
Big
days straight.
fan. Dude,
Love it.
hold on, dude goes around growling now.
Yeah,
Like-
he's always
like-
walking around like, "Rawr."
I'm like, what the hell are you doing, bro? Calm it down a little bit.
Dustin, are you looking up Disney
He
movies?
is.
I had,
Yeah.
to I had to confirm if mine was a Disney movie, and it is.
Okay.
Cars.
Okay.
Nice.
Cars. I love Cars.
That's a good one.
Cars
Okay,
is
so-
definitely one of my comfort movies.
Yeah, funny story real quick. So, the original Cars came on TV one day. Like recent. Like we were in this house. So this is the past 2 months.
Yeah.
And me and Alexis are watching TV upstairs. And
Sorry.
we're watching it. And I stood up and I said, I gotta go to the bathroom. And she was like, okay. And I was like, can you pause it?
Hey, I want to
It's
see this
okay.
when I
she
get back.
said, are you kidding me?
It's all right.
funny.
I would have done
Like,
the same
I've seen
thing.
this movie 100 times, but I still want to watch
Love
it in
Cars.
full.
I
I
love that.
love that movie.
I love that
He
for
did
you.
what in his cup? It's like tomato without the toe.
Can you believe this guy, Duper? Can you believe him?
I mean, this guy's just silly goofy, bro.
It's silly goofy, haha, silly goose.
Love that movie.
Good stuff.
Well, I think it's the time. I
Oh,
think
man.
it's time for our
How long
nice
did you
chat
say we had
segment.
5? Was that 5 of them?
No, it was 4. I miscounted. We got 4 this week.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought I put the other one on there, but I didn't. So we'll get it next week. We'll have 6 next week. We got to answer.
Sigh.
Sigh. I guess we'll move on.
Whatever. Go ahead.
Whatever. I ain't mad about
Listen
it.
to the next part.
I hate you. Now we're gonna rock out the nice chat segment. D, pull it up, brother. Give us the analytics.
Brother,
It's already pulled up. All right, tell us. Tell
It's
us.
been up. It's been up since I walked down here.
Okay. All right. Respectfully.
Respectfully. All right, so had another 30 voter,
Hey, appreciate you
which
guys.
is sweet.
Much love.
I tried to share it a bunch this week. I don't know if you.
I
noticed
did.
that or
Oh
not.
yeah, we saw that.
I
We
think
appreciate
I think
that,
I
D
shared
Money.
it 3 times total.
3 times. Yep.
But 4 categories were favorite bands, favorite phases,
Yeah, I messed up. Phrases, sayings. My bad.
Phrases.
It's phrases. Hey, there was a little bit of error on my part. Couldn't go back and fix it.
favorite
Yikes.
phrases or sayings, favorite cities, and
Yep.
favorite celebrities. Favorite cities won with 14 votes. Favorite bands came in second with 7. Favorite phases and sayings came in third with 6. And favorite celebrities came last with 3.
That's what I voted for.
I know, I see that.
I didn't vote on this one. I wanted to be surprised.
Oh, you didn't vote on this
I
one?
didn't.
I voted favorite cities.
Nice.
Shocker.
Wow,
Hating on him.
that's messed up.
Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna go first again. Can I go first again?
Go for it, brother.
Do it.
I like going first. All right. Okay. My number 5. And I only put this on here because I feel like it's a city you have to visit if possible, just one time and one time only, because I didn't really like it that much when I did visit it. New York City.
I remember you went there.
I wasn't too crazy about it. It's
Never
too many
been.
people for me. I
Okay.
mean, there's a fuck ton of people. I
Too
mean,
big
it's
of a city.
cool because of all like the, like it's literally like Times Square, like nothing but stores and food, and I love food. So, and then that's where I got a pair of Jordans at from Flight Club, which is pretty sweet. And then they have there's like a 4-story Nike store.
I do
Nuts.
remember that, yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't think I'll ever go back. Maybe one time in the future for like New Year's. I think that'd be cool to go for New Year's one time. But other than that, I don't really care to go back. But
Gotcha.
yeah,
Number
New
5.
York.
All right.
All right. You go ahead.
Me.
Special guest.
My number 5 is gonna be Wilmington, North Carolina. I just think it's the cutest little place I've ever been. It is where I got my first tattoo.
Sick.
I don't know. I just think, like, if I had to move south, I would move to Wilmington.
Respectfully. My number 5 is going to be a beach town / city as well. Maryland side, Ocean City. It'll be my number 5. Really just, I don't know, really dope place to go vacation. I like the slow aspect, feel of it, but also the touristy aspect that goes along with it. But nonetheless, that'd be my number 5, Ocean City.
Solid donut
I'm-
place there.
My number 5 is kind of like a riverside town. It's gonna be Fallensby.
Hell yeah. Hell
If
yeah.
I ever had to move from where I was from now, I would definitely move to Fallen.
Can't look at the camera with a straight face on that one, huh?
I love Fallensby.
Sheets, right?
Shout out Sheets. Shout out Sheets. Shout out Tractor Supply.
Love that. 2 places.
Oh fuck. The only good thing of Fallensby is fucking deluxe barbershop.
Yeah.
Shout out Erin.
got AW right the other day.
Yeah, he did.
So
I can't believe you said Fallensby. I can't believe you. All right. My number 4, Boston.
Boston.
I want to go to Fenway so fucking bad. It's unbelievable.
We're going
And
next year.
I just want to go to Boston, period, just to be there. I don't know. It's just one of the places I've always wanted to go. And I think me being a Red Sox fan just adds to that. So, you know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, let's go down there in Boston.
Boston. Don't forget your khakis.
Yeah. No ma.
What you got, number 4?
My number 4 is gonna be Chicago.
Ooh.
Me
Chicago.
and Tyler went there for a Mike concert.
Ooh.
Who?
Ty
Hi.
Tybo.
Hi, bow.
PD Nano.
Anyway, love a deep dish pizza.
Mm.
Best pizza I've ever had in my life.
Sirianni's, or was is it Sirianni's? No, that's
No.
that's in Davis. What is it called? What is it?
I forget. Anyway, it was so good. Went to the aquarium there.
I don't know.
That was pretty badass.
It was sick. Got to see some Arapaima.
Arapamas. Yep.
Excuse me?
You don't know what an
Arapaima?
Arapaima is?
You need to
Jeremy
watch
Wade
River
caught him.
Monsters.
River Monsters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Can
big
you
ass. It's a big
Spell
ass.
that
Just
for me?
oh, I have no idea.
AR.
Arapaima. Arapaima gigas.
Yeah. It's a
Big old
Nile-
fish. They
Nile
can get
River.
like 10 feet long.
Or Amazon River. What is it? Amazon River?
I think it's
That
an
thing looks
Amazon River
wicked.
fish. Yeah, it is. He caught one. Jeremy Wade caught one, broke his sternum,
Dove right at him. Broke
Yeah.
his sternum.
attacked him.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But the aquarium was dope.
I'd like to go back. We went in the winter though.
Yeah.
I'd like to go back when it's warmer.
Flick the bean in the
I was
wintertime.
going to say, I want to visit the bean.
We did see the bean.
The big ass bean.
We went to the bean.
Thank you, Duper, for catching that.
Yeah, we heard you. We just ignored you.
That's all right. It's all right. Hey, my number 4, folks. My number 4 gotta be where I live right now. Petersburg, West Virginia. It's just a nice, slow rolling town. Good down home people. Give you the shirt off their backs. Do anything for you. Love living in a town like this. A lot of outdoor activities I've been getting into with the hiking, the fishing, stuff like that. Really available to do those activities here, and so excited for Duper to come down this summer and get some hiking in, and just beautiful places to see in this state. So, especially in this town. So, number 4.
My number 4, for obvious reasons, is gonna be Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh, absolutely.
Shout out.
Hell
Shout
yeah.
out.
Shout out. I'll be living there one day, so go Packers and fuck everybody else.
Wow.
Jeez.
All right, number 3. Let's go. Keep it moving.
Duper had a rough weekend. He's ready to go hit the Advil and go to sleep.
My number 3 is good old San Antone.
San Antone.
Never been there until my family moved down there, and let me tell you, it's pretty dope. I mean, there's a lot of shit you can do. From the couple times I've been down there has been dope. But the Riverwalk is something you have to see in person.
Mm.
It's fucking awesome.
Mm.
But go Christmas time if you go, because it's got
Be
all
cool.
it's all lit up and shit.
That's
so
cool. Yeah.
it was pretty cool. But yeah, number 3, San Antone.
San Antone.
Dustin's gonna take us to Texas with him.
Absolutely.
Come on now.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
My number 3 is London.
Ooh, see, I'm gonna put that in there.
I did when I graduated from undergrad, me and my dad went on this big bus trip around Europe, and it ended in London. So we bought tickets for a hop-on, hop-off bus, and just traveled around London all day. Ate a bunch of food, went to platform 9 3/4. That was cool. Big Harry Potter nerd over here.
I was gonna say, I have no idea what that is.
Wizard. Yeah, it was really awesome. I would love to go there and have more time there to get to do more stuff that I missed.
Respectfully.
Can I say something real quick?
Say something
Sure, go
real
for it.
quick.
I forgot. So my number 5, New York. It was dope seeing, where the towers were. I can't remember
Oh,
what it's called right now.
World Trade Center? Is that
Yeah,
you're
but
talking
what
about?
do they call
no, what it is now.
the memorial? What is it they call it?
Oh, Ground Zero.
Yeah.
Maybe. But
think so.
it's really cool. I got pictures on my phone, and it's like
I think
it's like kind of like a waterfall
Yeah.
inside of where the buildings were. It's fucking awesome. And they have like the one tree that stood after all that happened, like roped off. So
Yeah, Ground Zero or the pile but
Yeah.
it's called Ground Zero.
yeah, it's fucking dope. That's something I would, if you're ever there, make sure you go look at that. It's fucking awesome. And it's sad at the same time, obviously, but
Right.
it was cool to see.
So,
But
dope.
sorry, go ahead, Ty.
No, you're good, man. You're good. Number 3 for me would be Chirac as well. Just really cool. Chicago.
Where?
Chicago, sorry.
That's
Chirac. Chirac. I ain't from there. I can't say that. Sorry. But no, it was really cool. Real touristy place. We had really cool breakfast sandwiches there.
Oh yeah,
It was
we did.
donuts and like breakfast sandwiches like on donuts. But
It was
it
fun.
was cool. Obviously went for the Mike concert. It was we stayed in a really nice hotel.
We thought we were gonna die.
Thought we were gonna die in the Uber. Really spooky situation.
Yeah.
Got out of there alive. Booked it to the concert. Had a great time. Made it back safe. Met up with her cousin and her cousin's husband. Me and her cousin's husband. We drank a little bit too much water
They got trashed
at this pizza place.
at the pizza place.
We were going picture for picture, and we got tanked.
Alex wanted to come back and sleep on the floor of our hotel.
Yeah, just to hang out.
I wanted
drink
him and
somewhere.
Tyler to sleep on the floor together.
Yeah, so it was a good time though.
I love that.
Yeah, it was dope. It was really cool just to go around and just. It's a big city, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like obviously, a big city, so it was really cool to see. But that'd
The
be my
lake
number
was
3.
frozen.
Oh yeah,
We got to
lake was
stand on the
frozen,
lake.
Stood on the lake. It was cool. So
Oh yeah.
we got a little bit of a situation upstairs. I don't know what that's about.
Probably some cats.
Probably. All right, Duke, go ahead, brother.
All right, we good? My number 3 is gonna have to be the capital of Iraq, Baghdad. Eminem mentioned it in that one song, "Blowing on My Bagpipes from Baghdad." That's a jammer. Never been there. Would love to go there as soon as I can. Yeah, that's my number 3.
Good.
I love
Please
that
go to the
answer,
next one.
Good.
That's a good one. Number 2 for me, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we rock with it.
Love Pittsburgh.
That's my number 2.
Love it. Love Pittsburgh. Obviously, because of the Steelers. You know, I would love to go to Acrisure every Sunday.
Baghdad.
Yeah, you ruined my fucking number 2 because you're fucking number 3. But yeah, number 2 is Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh is
Oh my
also my
God.
number 2.
Number 2, Pittsburgh for you.
Yeah, that's where we got engaged.
Yeah.
We've been on a couple dates to Pittsburgh. Please stop. It was so dumb. Just let it go.
I
Don't
love
look at
it.
him.
Like, yeah, I would not expect that. He caught me off guard with Follinsby. Follinsby,
No.
and he just says
Follinsby,
Baghdad.
I wasn't as caught off guard with. Baghdad, I am.
You stepped it up.
Anyway,
Oh, I mean, so Pittsburgh, number 2.
yeah, Pittsburgh. We got engaged there.
Mhm.
We went to a baseball game there.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was a good date.
Yeah.
We went for Tyler's 24th birthday
I
there.
don't remember any of that.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that was
Give it
rough.
back. Give it back.
I'm puking.
I
but
had
I'm
fun.
making it. I had a
Me
great
and Aaron
time.
had a good time.
We had a great time.
I had a great time until I didn't remember what I had.
Yeah, he was chugging water by the third bar.
I am banned from Insomnia Cookies in
No,
Pittsburgh.
like we're
Yeah.
not kidding about water either. It's literal water.
Yeah,
It was literal water.
Yeah.
Me and
we
Woody were
proceeded
doing
to-
shots, and Tyler's chugging water.
Shots of what?
Water.
Shots of what?
Shots of what?
Water.
Water. Oh, water.
Water.
Yeah, we don't drink alcohol around here. Just water.
Oh.
Just water.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Just certain types of water. Does your water have a flavor?
Sorry. It does. I don't remember what it was though. I don't remember what it was.
She's more of a
Remember
tea,
what-
twisted tea water fan, or a
Oh.
or a Natter Days water fan.
I like an Day water.
Yeah, I like the twisted waters. They're pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's probably my go-to water if I had to drink some water. You know, we
I
love
like my water with
around
a
these
little
parts.
lime,
Hey, we stay high.
Ooh.
Hey,
some salt on the rim.
hey,
Water.
sugar on the rim.
Yeah, I do like sugar on the rim.
My number
Water.
2, is going to be the great city of Steubenville and Wintersville, because Wintersville is technically a village, but Steubenville, Wintersville, just because it's the hometown where I was not born, but where I was raised, on the playground where I spent most of my days. But you
Chilling
know,
out, Maxon.
relaxing, all cool. But yeah, no, it's it's where I grew up. It's home, so that'd be my number 2.
Oh yeah, man. A lot of good answers going around here.
Oh, God.
A lot of great answers.
My number 2, it's gonna be a tie between Wheeling and the village of Belmont.
Hey, why the village of Belmont? Why the village of Belmont? Can I ask?
It's just a small town, like village, bro. It's like a community feeling.
I'm in tears.
Nothing bad. Nothing bad ever goes on.
I think they got a police chief there that's really cracking down on the
we
crime.
just be safe as fuck over this way, boy. I love it. So, village of Belmont. Let's go. Oh, and
my
also
God.
shout out Wheeling because it's a tie there.
There it is. All right, good. D. What you got, number
All
one,
right,
brother?
Number 1.
Yeah.
This is just some place that I think is fucking insane, and I really want to go one day. Is Dubai.
Mm.
I would love just to visit. Like, I don't want to be there for any long period of time. I would like to just go, stay one night, and then be gone, because it's fucking nuts over there. But they're from like all the pictures and shit I see, like their cities.
Yeah.
So their city, like their main,
Crazy.
it's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, number 1's Dubai.
Alright.
My number 1 is gonna be Rome. My little tour thing. That was our first stop. That's where we flew into. Best pasta, best pizza. Oh my gosh, pizza was so good,
Gotta try it one day.
so good.
Yeah, let me.
Plus,
just go
we
over
went. We went on a walking tour of like the whole city for like 3 hours. My feet were screaming, but it was so cool. I mean, there's just so much history. It's wild.
there. Yeah, that's dope.
It was.
Well, my bum ass answer at number 1 compared to that one will be the 412 Pittsburgh. Great
Nice.
city. Great city. A lot of nice bars that sell water there. Really cool atmosphere, obviously.
Insomnia cookies.
Insomnia
I asked my wife to
cookies.
marry me
Asked
there.
my wife to marry me there. Ate at a really nice, expensive restaurant there. The
Probably had
Steelers, the
some
Pirates.
Really good water.
He went to the
there.
bathroom 3 times while we were there.
Yeah. So,
He was shaking.
shaking in my boots.
Listen, I wigged out too when I did it, buddy. It's all right.
Hey, it's just natural. I can't wait to hear Duper's story one day. We'll see what
When I'm
this
the
story
captain
brings.
for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, exactly. What you got, Duper? What's your number 1, brother?
My number 1 is gonna be Kiev in Ukraine.
I'm getting.
I would-
Oh my God.
I mean, I just want to travel and visit new places. Like, I got a real one if we want to cut that out.
No,
We ain't cutting
We're
that
getting
out.
it
You can
out.
say the real one. Now.
Yeah, say the real
All
one.
right, well, shout out Ukraine. Kiev would love to visit there one day. Probably like 50 years down the line. Not right now,
Not right
for
now,
obvious reasons.
for obvious reasons. For obvious reasons. What you got? You have another one? You said.
Yeah, I guess my honorable mention would be Scranton, Pennsylvania.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Love
I'd
that.
love to go there.
That'd be dope. That'd be
Yeah.
dope. Any
That'd
other
be
honorable
dope.
mentions? You can kick off our honorable mentions if you like. If you have any, or is that it?
Well, Scranton would be my honorable mention. We'll throw in Hopedale, Bloomingdale, and Smithfield as well.
You're fucked up.
Country living in that bitch.
That's probably it.
Love it. I love it. I love it. What you got, D?
All right, I got NOLA, good old New Orleans.
No honest.
I want to go. I want to
love
go
to
down there
go.
for Mardi Gras one time
That'd be sick.
and just eat all the seafood that I can.
Most of your places are because you want to eat there, right?
Yes.
I love that.
I got 3 more. I got Paris.
Oh,
I think it'd be dope to go to Paris one day.
Mhm.
And I got old Las Vegas because I think
Nice.
it'd be dope to fucking, go throw away millions of dollars that I don't have.
clearly.
And then my last one is San Francisco because I want to go visit the Full House house.
That'd be cool. That'd be dope.
My honorable mentions are DC.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times, once or twice, but I would like to go back and go to the Cherry Blossom Festival, which we were supposed to do this year, but it just didn't work out. Other one would be Fort Wayne. I loved living in Fort Wayne. I miss it. I miss Meyer. Love Meyer. And my favorite barbecue place is in Fort Wayne. Lucille's. And my last one would be Amsterdam. Because that place is wild.
Big
And I would love to go
Amsterdam
back.
where like legally smoking weed was first
Yeah,
allowed.
like you could walk into any coffee shop and get a pot brownie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Love
Also,
that.
the Anne Frank house was there. And I went there. That was really cool. It was very sobering.
Shout out to Anne Frank.
I don't
Shut
even
up.
know why I said anything when he's on here.
Listen, as soon as you said that, I immediately looked up at the
I did too.
Well, bro, I'm just saying, shout out.
Shout out. Shout out. I got 3 quick ones. Number 3, Myrtle Beach. Just love a beach town. Love it. It's a great tourist place. Number 2, Aspen, Colorado.
Ooh, that's a good one
I
too.
think
That'd
that'd be
be cool.
dope to go see. Go visit. Number 1 place I've got to go see before I kick the bucket. Rome, in Italy. Gotta go see it.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
So that would be my honorable mentions for our top 5 this week for the nice chat segment with our cities and our honorable mentions attached to it. Guys, I had a wonderful time talking to you, Aaron. I had a fantastic time talking to you, getting to hear some answers, some questions we wanted to ask you. We appreciate you coming on, especially on Mother's Day. Hope you had a great
out.
time listening to 3 silly guys just having a good time chopping it up. But to the people that are going to get ready to tune into this episode this coming week, we appreciate the love that we've seen thus far on all the episodes. We appreciate the fact that we got 30 votes on our poll. D, we appreciate you for sharing it so much and getting it out there. We just appreciate the interactions, the questions we got asked, things of that nature. We appreciate people. The number is growing on all platforms. I think we just hit over 100 plays on Spotify, which is really big
Sweet.
for us. I don't know how we are on YouTube. I haven't really followed that too close because that's kind of D's thing. So we let him take care of that. But
We're still sitting around like I think 30 subs somewhere in that area.
okay, good. And then
YouTube's just a difficult thing because most of the time people listen to podcasts, it's usually like when they're
oh yeah,
driving, doing something,
Yeah.
right,
But,
right. And then Facebook, we've grown on that pretty significantly. What are we at right now?
have 113 followers currently.
Nice. We appreciate that. We couldn't
Yes.
say this all the time. We couldn't do the podcast without you guys. If one person gets anything out of this episode, gets enjoyment out of it, when we go into our deep dives about our serious conversations we talk about, and they get something out of that, that's the reason we do this. And we just have a great time. I love talking to Duper. Duper's a silly guy. Just love talking to him, making me laugh for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And we talked about this for years to come, and we're glad that we're finally doing it, and people are enjoying what we're doing.
Right.
Before we go, we do have got news from D today. We have our first official sponsor for the Nice Guys podcast. Going to give them a quick shout out and give a little bit of background about them. First official sponsor for the Nice Guys podcast is Arbor Elite Tree Service, located in Wintersville, Ohio. Two buddies of ours own and operate the business on day-to-day. Dylan June and Jonathan Hott, shout you guys out. Appreciate you guys being an official sponsor for us. Number attached on their Facebook page is 740-457-8978. Jonathan Hott14 at gmail.com is an email attached to that. It's a locally ran and insured business helping with your tree care, concrete, landscaping, and handyman needs. So basically, these guys are out there in the summertime busting their ass, getting trees removed on your property if you want them cut back, removed entirely, doing some landscaping stuff, doing it all on the side. Two guys we graduated with, graduated with me, D graduated a year before me, but nonetheless, two local guys. If you're looking for some business, give them your business because you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, they do. They do a good job. I play softball with Dylan, so
Okay.
he's like he sponsors our team. But I asked him what he wanted us to tell that they do, and you pretty much nailed it, per usual, Tybo, because you're just Tybo, whatever.
Right on the head.
But concrete work. They actually do deck and fence building now.
Okay.
And they do remove stumps. So like, cut the tree down, you want that stump gone, they will get rid of it. And I know they work their asses off because they're working every goddamn day.
Oh, yeah.
Like I saw Johnny posting on Snapchat today. They were out doing work on a Sunday. You know what I mean? So they work all the time. Oh, and they also do emergency calls. So if you guys are ever, something crazy happens, you got to get a tree or something out of there, call them up, they'll come out.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, we appreciate them guys. I've known them guys for a real long time, and it's cool that they are the first official sponsor.
Absolutely. We appreciate it.
Obviously, no details on what the hell we're gonna do with that, but it's cool to have, And I'll make sure to tag their Facebook page when I post it on Facebook Friday.
Sure. Absolutely.
So
awesome. Duper, you got any words of wisdom for the people?
Shit, dude, I don't know. I don't got anything today. I'm just a little bit drained.
He's drained from the weekend. He run on very little sleep. Has a lot of waters in his system, so he's gonna get that R&R that he needs to tackle the week.
Yep.
Erin, got anything you want to say before we ride off into the sunset?
No, this was fun.
Yeah, glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
We extend our invitation to all of our guests. If you want to come back on, we'd love to have you talk about something entirely different next time around.
Well, I listen to it
You
every
do.
Sunday
You do.
from
From
that
right over
beanbag
there.
right there.
I got you. All right, everybody. Till
Duper,
next. Oh,
hold
go
on
ahead.
one
Good.
second.
Good.
Duper, can you write on that board behind you?
I don't have an expo marker, unfortunately, but if I had one, I would absolutely write on it.
You need to go buy one or stop at my house and I will give you one. I want to quote something on that board for every episode
Until he goes back to Kent, you got to do
until
it.
you go back to Kent. Just
Alright.
something, anything. Even if you just put "Go Pack."
What
or
if I
something.
You probably
traced
shouldn't
my-
say anything.
What if I traced my
Yeah.
hand and made like a hand turkey on it? Would that be cool?
That'd be
Perfect.
sick.
Yes.
That'd be dope.
Okay.
That'd be
Listen, you
dope.
do whatever you want. Just got to be appropriate.
Okay. Well,
Borderline.
we'll have to outline what appropriate means.
He'll have next week.
He
he'll say,
needs
"Let's go to
rules."
Baghdad.
Yeah.
Back peps. All right, everybody. Till next time. Stay golden. Appreciate y'all.